Welcome to BAF Draft. I'm your host, Gary Wilkinson, and with me as always is...
Matt Zerby.
And this week we have a special first-time guest.
Aaron Mounts.
Hey, all right, Aaron. How are you doing?
Well, I'm a little tired having just gotten off a night shift, but otherwise normal.
Okay, cool. I'm having some fantastic DFAT coffee that actually tastes good today.
Where did you find tasty DFAT coffee?
I don't know, because you know how they have light coffee and strong coffee?
Right.
It actually was light. It wasn't the same color as the strong coffee.
Oh, so it wasn't like strong coffee and like super strong coffee?
Yeah, exactly.
It's called light coffee?
Alright, so today is our special, we'll call it our Shadows Over Innistrad.
Don't spoil it for him. Don't spoil it
it's
for him.
Shadows Over Innistrad spoiler episode. So, pretty much most of the cards have been out, so we're going to talk about that.
You mean not even half?
No,
this is a close to 300 card set.
Oh, is it?
Not even half the
really?
cards
I didn't know
as
that.
of the posting of this have been spoiled.
Ah, okay, so there's some more rares we haven't seen then.
I don't know about more rares, but not half the cards have been seen.
Gotcha. Yet. Interesting, because I'm waiting on... We'll get into it. I'm waiting on some more removal, so...
You need more removal than this?
We'll go over that, 'cause
Oh,
I don't think
my.
there's anything in there.
Oh, my.
Okay, so before we continue with that, we're going to do our traditional Pack 1 Pick 1. And our Pack 1 Pick 1 is going to be out of the cube. So here we go. We're starting with... Well, actually, let's do it this way. Be surprised, okay? So we already saw Venser, so...
Did we see Venser?
I saw Venser.
Service Savant?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or Venser the Sojourner.
Sojourner?
Yeah.
Oh.
The flick, little, what do you call that? Snap or flash card or flip card, or what do you call that?
Why don't we just start with that card, because we're already talking about it.
Okay, we'll go here. Now I know what that one is, too. Okay, so this is Venser the Sojourner. It's a Planeswalker. 3, a white, and a blue. Comes in with 3 loyalty counters on it. This is one where you pop stuff in and out.
Right.
Pop in and out effects.
And then you can give all creatures unblockable for your turn.
Oh, yeah. And then the cool ability at the end where anytime you play a spell, you can just exile a permanent.
It's Planeswalker.
Yeah, it's Planeswalker.
It's not very good.
No, it's not. I used it like 4 years ago in a standard deck, or 5 years ago in a standard deck. That wasn't that good.
No.
And it does. I don't see it do well in the cube. We're talking for the cube, so
right.
So now I'm not a big fan of it.
Well, for the cube power level, the problem is you're only playing with one or two real powerhouse creatures, so you don't have like an army that you need to become unblockable suddenly.
Yeah.
You only have one guy, and usually it's just if your one guy is better than anything they've gotten online, you win.
Yeah, if it was a Blightsteel, that's cool.
No, well, see, Blightsteel has trample, so it doesn't care.
Yeah, true, but if you've got a 7/7 block, I'm just saying, But no, I'm not going to pick that. Okay, so next one, Channel. This is a green. This is until end of turn, you may add colorless to your mana pool if you paid 1 life each for each of those mana. This is a sorcery speed. This is with the right combo, and any kind of X spell damage, 1 turn kill kind of deal.
Well, the whole joke was that it used to be Channel plus Fireball. Yeah. So you have 2 mountains out, you channel for 19, and then tap 2 red and hit them for 20 exactly.
You can have a mountain,
and a mountain,
a Black Lotus, a Fireball, and a channel, and you win the game. Turn 1, unless somebody discards a blue card and Force of Will.
Right. There's fun to be had.
Yeah.
This is one of the great cards.
I'm right now, out of what we've seen, obviously that's a pick. Like, if I had big, heavy stuff, then maybe, to cast. But I don't know. I'm not first picking it.
You gonna live the dream and first pick it?
I gotta see what else is in here. Right now, yes, that's the pick.
Hey, Aaron, you living the dream?
No.
No?
No, I'm not.
Alright. Okay, third card. Ooh, Tundra. This is the dual land for white and blue.
Mm-hmm.
So, not gonna first pick it, but
I
that's
will
good.
First pick that.
You will first pick it because it's a blue dual land?
Because it's blue.
Okay, this is Matt's first pick. Like, he's solid into that, which is good, because I was listening to LSV.
Louis Scott Vargas?
Yes, and one thing he was talking about was how important these dual lands are for mana fixing, so you do have more options later on.
Yeah, white is really good in this, and blue is really good in this. So.
All right, next one. Restoration Angel. Ooh. That's 3 and a white It's Flash, a flying 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature card, and you return it to the battlefield. This is one. Hang on. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, and then when it enters the battlefield, basically, it snaps it out, snaps it in at the same time, not till end of turn thing. I play that in my Hate Bear deck, but here, again, you'd have to have those enter the battlefield effect cards. Any of the Titans. There's a lot of stuff they could work with.
I think you missed the keyword in there. It has Flash.
Yeah, it has Flash.
Which is what makes it
bonkers because
phenomenal.
You can do it in turn stuff. You can do it in the middle of combat. There's so many options there. Yeah. So, it's probably my first pick right now. Just out of what I've seen.
I agree. That's an excellent card to play, especially when you want to use a combat trick on a blocker and it stays on the battlefield.
Yeah. All right, so next one. Tooth and Nail. Oh, okay. A new pick for me, just because that's a Live the Dream card.
Right.
So Tooth and Nail, 5, 2 colorless. You cast a spell for its regular cost. You can search your library for 2 creatures and you reveal them and you put them in your hand. If you pay an extra 2 and pay the Entwine cost, so you're basically casting this thing for 9, or for, was it 7?
9.
9? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you're paying 7, green. You take 2 creature cards and you put them directly on the battlefield. Great for those giants,
Well, it has, so just so you know, it has 2 modes. And one says to choose 2 creature cards from your hand and put them on the battlefield. One says to search your library for 2 creature cards and put them in your hand. Right? If
That's right. So you take the 2, put them in your hand, then you're not able to cast them, so you don't get Emerald Coil cast effects or those kind of things. But I've had fun with it's so fun when you pull it off.
Yeah, man. It's a fun card to play.
I mean that with the channel. Come on, man.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's very gross. So this is my new first pick. So you're still with Tundra?
I'm still Tundra because I don't like the Tooth and Nail strategy. Like Tooth and Nail is not my go-to.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just not where I want to be.
Gotcha. What about you?
I want to be playing a ton of artifacts.
I'm going to stick with Restoration Angel as my
oh man, we got 3 solid different things here. Okay, garbage. Garbage. For first pick, Indrik Stomp Howler. It's 4 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's a 4/4. It's pretty good for a 4/4 for it comes in and does that. To me, it's a filler card for green, but it does work really well with something like Restoration Angel or something like that.
No, sir, that is definitely up there in the first pickable category of cards because there's so many mana rocks. It will always have a target.
Yeah,
it will always have a target.
But I'm not first picking it.
I could definitely see arguments.
But you're not going to first pick it though, are you?
Over Tundra, probably over Tundra, yeah.
You think so? Now this is so you'd rather pick it over these 2 then too?
I'd have to see what else is in the deck.
Oh, okay. So you're not solid, but that's
that's my possible.
That's a possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What about you?
I'm still sticking with Restoration Angel.
Oh, Soul Ring. There's my first pick right there. It's just undeniable.
Now let's look at that last card we just saw, the Indrik Stomp Howler.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well,
but I'll at least get a couple of uses out of this before that happens.
But you see how you jumped at the fact to take that.
I'm picking Soul. It's Soul Ring, by the way. 1, it comes in. You add 2. Yep. LSV says he likes this over. What's the card? Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I love this card. Yeah, I'm definitely. To me, this is the second best pick you can get. I'm solid Soul Ring, no doubt in mind.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find anything better than Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Literally.
So let's just take this out of the equation then, okay? But yeah, Soul Ring, it's a nice one. Next one, Geist of Saint Traft.
Saint Traft.
Yeah, so it's a 2/2 hexproof. It's 1, a blue and a white, and whenever you attack with him, you put a 4/4 White Angel token into the battlefield, tapped and attacking, and at the end of the turn, that token gets exiled. I really like this card. This is tough because there's really good stuff in here now.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that card. It is easy to kill, but at least you get...
No, it's not easy to kill. It's hexproof.
Well, that's true. It's easy to block. Let's put it that way. It's easy to block. Kill by blocking.
Here's the joke. You attack with them, and then you cast Restoration Angel. And
true.
You flicker the Restoration
I'm
Angel.
probably... Well, okay, let's say if Soul Ring wasn't into it, I'm probably going with the Geist because I've seen it used to such good effect.
Oh, the Geist is scary because you play it on turn 3, and most of the time, if you're playing against people like me, I'm playing artifacts. Although turn My
You're
turn
ramping
1,
up
turn
still.
2, turn 3 is all artifacts.
Yeah.
So you drop him, and then basically you have a bunch of counter spells, cheap counter spells, or cheap cantrips, or cheap things to do to protect him.
Yeah.
And basically remove blockers. He can just finish. He has 6 damage every turn he hits.
Yeah.
That's
true.
It's astronomical. Now can we do a detour into spoilers?
Okay.
You can just tab down a little bit. It's called Invocation of Saint Draft.
Is that the hang on, is that the one
It's
I'm
an
thinking
enchantment.
of? Oh, never mind. There
It's
was
for the same cost. And target creature basically gets that ability.
what color is it?
It's the same colors. Same
So
cost.
it's way down here then. Okay.
Just want to know what you guys think of this one.
Here we go. We're scrolling. We're scrolling.
Filling the dead air with
See me
talking about scrolling.
Scrolling.
Only you can actually scroll.
Okay. Oh, okay. Invocation of Saint Draft. Same cost. It's an enchant creature. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 4. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Read the whole card.
All right. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 4/4 angel token and fly in the battlefield. Exile that token at the end of combat. Yeah, it's the same thing as
tapped and attacking.
Yeah.
Exile at the end of combat.
Yeah.
Right,
Except
so-
you can put it on whatever creature you want.
Whatever creature you want. Now, that thing's terrible.
Why
You
do
see
think it's
the
terrible?
world, the difference between Invocation of Saint Draft and Geist of Saint Draft?
Why do you say that Invocation of Saint Draft is terrible?
Because
It's
the
terrible
creature you're putting
in
on
the-
isn't hexproof.
Yeah, true.
It's the same casting cost. It's not a 2/2 body on there, so you have to have another body on there.
I still think it'll do great in draft.
Oh yeah, it'll be a playable card in draft, possibly. I mean, it depends on what you're putting it on.
Yeah,
You know,
we're
are you
talking
putting it on
two
something
different
with-
worlds here, so.
Right, we're talking 2 different worlds, but this is just a chance to tie a spoilers.
Yeah, and then there's one I'll show you that's,
Pack one, pick one.
Later on when we get into it, and I can't remember the name of it, I have it written down, but, it's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I just wanted to say because there was a tie-in. That's all.
Gotcha.
All right, now the
Gotcha.
next card.
Okay. Boom, next card. Fauna Shaman. This is 1 in green. You can pay a green, discard a creature card, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So basically you can trade out a card in your hand for one in your deck, but you're throwing the other one into the graveyard. So
It's really good with reanimation.
it is good
strategies.
reanimation, but at this point I'm not first picking it. So
It's good if you have individual creatures you want to find with it. It's a really, really powerful card.
yeah, it is. No, yeah, I've used it before. I mean, it goes.
It goes great with the Stomp Power.
You could really, I'm just looking here. You got Tooth and Nail, you got Fauna, you get some of those reanimates or some of those other things. You could really do some sick stuff.
Yeah.
So, alright, next one. Olamog, the Infinite Gyre, or Gyre? However you say it. It's 11 to cast. It's a 10/10. It's a Eldrazi. It's when you cast it, you destroy target permanent. It's got Annihilator 4. It is indestructible. And when it's put in the graveyard from anywhere, you shuffle the library into the graveyard with it.
Yep. It's a great tooth and nail target.
Very good tooth and nail target.
It's a terrible reanimation target.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. That's tough. It's indestructible, but it's not non-exilable. I mean, this is tough because I like. Okay, when we go in and play and do drafts, cards like this, I actually do grab first pack because I do that live the dream thing. I'm like, if I do this, nobody knows that's there, so they may pass that or may grab that, and I may end up getting tooth and nail coming around.
You may wheel a tooth and nail.
Yeah.
So I think you're riskier. I think getting a tooth and nail is better than getting the big giant thing. I think there's more big giant things and less tooth and nail effect.
That's true.
So I'd rather take the tooth and nail.
I don't know, man. I'm still going with Olamog because there's so much mana ramp. I can hard cast that thing, man.
Oof. You
I've
are
done it.
ambitious.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because you gotta live the dream, man.
That's a dream I don't want to
You
live.
can just pipe in at any time. Yeah, on these. So.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have Aaron.
Well, this is also his first time on the podcast,
Yeah.
so we got to sort of, we gotta introduce him into it.
So that's okay, next one, Wall of Roots. Oh, another good card, another mana ramp card.
I really like Wall
That's
of
the
Roots.
1 in green, and if it wasn't for some of these other things, I'd probably be picking that.
Right.
Because it's a 0/5, but you can put a 0/1 sorry, a negative 0/1 counter on it.
Right.
And it adds a green to your mana pool. You can only do it once each turn, but you get to do. I mean,
do it
basically
on
the
your
first
opponent's
turn,
turn
it's
instead.
paying for. You can do it on opponent's turn, And you can trigger off an ability like, Scavenging Ooze or something like that.
Or you trigger off an ability like Restoration Angel, making it 1 cheaper. And then Restoration Angel flickers the wall,
so,
and then boom, the wall comes back.
And it just basic scenario, basically, you're putting this in on turn 2, you're able to drop 2 things, because you're paying 1 for it. So.
But let's also be clear. The Wall of Roots, then, if you do Restoration Angel, the Wall of Roots,
you can pop Wall of Roots back out. Yeah,
and then you can activate Wall of Roots.
Yeah,
again.
and it resets it.
Yeah.
So you just get. Yeah, I like this card a lot. So.
It's a nasty card, and the fact that it's a 2-cost wall to stop the aggro strategies, so it does what the ramp strategies want in letting you survive till later, and it also gives you the more mana. So it's everything you want in a nice, clean little package.
Next one. The Is It Signet. It's red and blue. I'm not going to pick first pack, but if it does come around, I'm probably grabbing that.
No, that's first pick for me.
That's first pick for you?
That's first pick for me.
Okay.
We're not counting Soul Ring?
Yeah,
we're not counting Soul Ring, right?
Not counting Soul Ring?
That's my first pick. It's got
that's
blue,
a good one.
It's got red.
Yeah, that's true.
And it mana ramps.
That's true, because blue and red in this deck is sick. And this whole deal, because I've done it before with just, especially Raul Zuek or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boom, there's my new first pick right there. I'd prefer to have that. I don't know, then I'm locked into those colors. It's Mirror's Wake. It's 3 green and a white. This is the one where all creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of that type of land produced. So basically, it gives all your land double producing, or extra mana producing.
1 extra, yes.
And then all your creatures get +1/+1. That's such a strong, powerful card. But you're locked into those colors, man.
So, I don't think you're locked into those colors. The problem with this card is that it costs 5 mana.
Yeah, that's true.
And
it's very tempting to grab, but like if it came around...
At the ramp point, 5 is when you want to start accelerating your threats. Right, you don't want to have ramp at 5 mana be casting your 10 drops at turn 6. You want to on 5 be casting your 10 drops.
But then at turn 6, with this you'll be casting 2 of your 10 drops.
No, just 1 of them, because you've used your 5 mana.
I'm talking.
And now your 5 mana becomes 10.
Turn.
Your 5 mana becomes 10.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Assuming. Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think it's a good card. If it came back around, I'd be grabbing it. So
for me, it's a little bit expensive for the style of play that I would go with. I'm seeing the Anthem effect. Creatures I control get +1/+1, and I'm also seeing right here, basically you're doubling your mana production from each of your land types. By the time you get up to 5, if you've been making your land drops every turn, then by the time you get to 5, you should be pretty well set with whatever you want to do. And if this doesn't play into the specific strategy that you're going for, which would be big creatures, then I really don't see this as providing as much of a benefit as possible.
See, that's what I would use it for, is playing like stuff like this easier and big giant like this thing, coming in and slowing you down. I don't know. But if it came back around, I'd probably... Well, no, there's too many other good stuff in here, because I'd be grabbing this, that, or Tooth and Nail if it came around. So yeah, that's kind of low wrong. I think you'll see this come back around.
And I also don't like using stepping stones to get to the win condition, because you can't always rely on that stepping stone to show up.
Well, that's why you have multiple stepping stones.
You get the stepping stone, or you get the win condition.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily get both of them together.
Hey, next one. Primal Command. This is 3, a green. You choose 2, target player gains 7 life, put another non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. I've never used this in draft, so I've never picked it.
No.
I'm not a big fan of it. It's just so expensive when it...
It's a great sideboard versus the burn strategies, because they gain 7 life.
Yeah.
And it's like mono red basically can't beat that card. It just loses. It falls to it. But yeah, no.
All right, that last one is Sun Petal Grove. That's the one of the type of lands where it gives you green and it gives you white, but it comes in tapped unless you already control a forest or a plains.
Mm-hmm.
I would pick that if I was already in those colors and it came around like second go round or something. Or I might pick it if there wasn't something super big in a pack. This is not a pack 1, pick 1.
Right.
So, no.
Now, for our listeners who are staying track on colors, you'll notice that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green cards. We have a green-white land. We have a bunch of white, 2 solid white cards.
We see no
a
black
white,
and
blue
red
land. Yeah.
other than the mana production.
It seems like somebody built a Bant deck. This is a Bant deck right here.
Yeah, but it's been shuffled.
I'm just saying. It's just funny. This is like a Bant deck. All these cards want to go together. These all want to be in the same deck together.
Yeah.
You know, the wall wants to ramp you into the Mirari's Wake because, you know, it wants the +1/+1 because the +1/+1 means you can use the wall. One extra.
So Soul Ring has 1, obviously. If Soul Ring wasn't there, I'm probably still going with 2.
So no Soul Ring. What's your pick, Aaron?
Without Soul Ring, I'm going with Restoration Angel.
All right.
Absolutely.
And without Soul Ring, I'm going definitely Izzet Charm.
Okay.
Izzet Signet.
Wow, completely different picks. That's why the cube is awesome.
I want that mana.
So, all right. So now we're gonna go. We're gonna go into the.
No, let's do the introduction thing.
What introduction thing?
Or the new player introduction.
New player introduction.
The new
yeah.
cast
That's
introduction.
right. He's not new. He's been around for a long time. Okay, so Aaron, we're gonna give you our interview. So you're gonna be our Geek of the Week.
Yeah.
He's just as confused
He's
as
confused.
you are.
We're gonna add a sound effect to that. The gap that he put in there is where we add the sound effect to it. And now the explanation of the sound effect makes it even more ridiculous that we're putting a sound effect.
Yeah, it's
'Cause it
your
makes it
Geek of
seem
the
as
Week,
though-
and
yeah.
then we have automatic clapping
Yeah.
that comes in.
Yeah.
So,
So our Geek of the Week.
yeah.
Our Geek of the Week
Okay.
is AA Ron Nance.
Yeah.
Got it.
So AA Ron, how long have you been playing Magic the Gathering?
Well, I started playing Magic the Gathering back in the late 90s, back in 5th edition and Tempest time frame. Fell out of it when I joined the service, and then didn't really get back into it until 2014, 2015. I started playing again.
Well, that's a long gap between playing, because that's when you came in when I ended my first round, because I came in like Ice Age and like Tempest, Stronghold, and all that were out. And I kind of quit at that time for a while, but I went off and on. But yeah, that's like, oh my gosh, that's like a 20-year gap almost.
Probably about 17 to 18
Yeah,
years.
17, 18. I'm
It's
trying,
long enough to raise a child up to college age.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what's your current favorite format? When I say format, I'm talking like limited, constructed.
Oh, you're talking.
Well, we'll go into it. So you got limited, constructed, commander. Well, we'll just say those are 3.
Yeah.
All right. My current favorite format is standard.
Standard.
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't one of the 3, but okay. Now you just
Constructed-
answered my other question.
Constructed would
Standard
be-
construction. Standard
so,
construction.
so you do like standard.
Yes.
You're,
Yes, I like
okay,
standard.
okay. That's the first one we've had in a while, on a standard one. So
Yeah.
Now, so then what we're about to see here is going to be very relevant, because we're going to go into later with spoilers, mainly geared towards how it is in draft, but we are going to bring up other stuff like how is it going to affect modern, how's it going to affect standard, because I think a lot of that comes into play here, especially with 2 sets going out. So.
Oh wait, I got more for him.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite color combination / color combination?
My favorite color combination right now is definitely red and white together. I enjoy the fast play, the aggro style gameplay.
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. We got it. You still got your mono red deck? You go lying around?
I do have my mono red deck.
There you go.
And it's sick. Well, it's got it. I've already taken Monastery Swift Spear out.
Yeah.
In preparation.
Oh, okay. So
because it's going to be gone in 2 weeks anyways, right?
Well, yeah, I think it's a little more than 2 weeks, but
Yeah, but it's going to be gone then. So
Next month.
I'm prepping,
Okay.
and then just so I can see maybe some. I'm actually considering turning it into a red, blue, or red, green.
Oh, okay.
So
All right, we'll see.
because I got a couple more dim protectors the other day, so I have 3 of them now, and I think that would be good for recycling. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. But then again, that blue, and in here there's some stuff in there too, and that red. So I don't know. That's my thing. So yeah, I'd love challenges sometimes. And
So what's your favorite card?
yeah,
Favorite
that's a big
single
one.
Magic card? Do you have a favorite single Magic card?
Back in cons, I would have said my favorite single card would have been Monastery Swift Spear, because it's such a useful card, and it was so essentially aggro in its entire execution, and it had so many different capabilities. That is, and it works so well with so many other cards in aggro style that it was just all around useful, all the way up and down the length of the game, from turn 1 all the way up until the end state of the game. Monastery Swift Spear remained useful.
Nice. Okay, so Monastery Swift. Now is that all time? Like we're asking here, all time favorite Magic card. Like not even it doesn't have to be good. It's just your favorite Magic.
Now I'll
card.
interject before he answers, and consider this. He hadn't played in so long. Like he's only when he said he likes Standard, that's pretty much everything that's in Standard now is what he's been playing with.
I got
so he probably doesn't have anything else to reference other than maybe if he's played the Cube or something like that, or just something looks cool. So I'm gonna assume this.
When you go back and you look at some of the older cards, the one that I did used to like a lot was the Shivan Dragon. And then right behind that, Elder Dragon Legends.
There you
Hey,
go.
back in the day, man, Shivan Dragon was the bomb.
Shivan Dragon, there you go.
That was the matter of fact, a Shivan Dragon. I looked at a 1994 Scry, like a cutout of the Scry price guide.
Yeah.
It was $5 less than the Black Lotus.
Yeah. Didn't people used to trade the Shivan Dragons for Black
Yeah,
Lotuses?
yeah. The Shivan Dragon was like one of the most expensive cards in Magic. I mean, it was the second most expensive card ever in Magic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was a behemoth.
Shivan Dragon, Nightmare, the what's that one Djinn guy? The Djinn that's a blue one.
Yeah.
It's that was back when a 5-cost 3/3 flying was like good.
Yeah. That's the one that does a point of damage to you too, right?
No. I keep doing this.
I know,
This
you
is-
keep getting your
So you
foot stuck in
always
there.
know what studio we're in when you hear me popping my
File cabinet.
my empty file cabinet.
Keeps kicking the file cabinet.
All right, so
Do we got anything else? Any
I
other
think
questions?
that's it.
What's your least favorite format?
Yeah.
I can't really say I have a least favorite format. I don't think I've played enough of them long enough to really come up with a least favorite one.
Okay, good. See, I like that. There you go.
But you like drafting though, right?
Drafting's okay.
Okay, really? Okay.
You're on a BAF Draft podcast. You're
Yeah.
gonna say drafting's okay.
The
Yes.
limited is the
Yes,
best
I am.
format there is, in my
At least he's
opinion.
honest.
Yeah, at least he's honest. All right. So I put a post up yesterday, which when you hear this is like a week ago.
Right.
Like I'm just very depressed about Tuesday turnouts. So I went on like a little pity
Party.
depression thing. I got pretty blasted by a couple of people.
Good.
By Matt but Rob's impact affected me more than anybody else's because Rob used to sit there for weeks on end when like nobody but him would show up and he still did it. So that's like, and he said, "Hey, I did it." So I'm like, "Yeah, I need to do it." And I had fun last night because we did the Tower, that new game you invented.
Right. The game.
By the way, me and Lunchbox were talking about coming up with some official rules because we ran into some weird stuff last night too. With it.
I imagine. Well,
And making maybe a ban card list from it out
Yeah.
of the cube because there was some broken stuff. What's that card when you put it into the battlefield? You sacrifice a creature, and then you bring any creature from the graveyard into play, and then it goes back into your hand afterwards.
Reoccurring nightmare.
Yeah, reoccurring Nightmare won game one,
I imagine.
big time.
Well, it wins games.
But when you have a 100 card graveyard,
Yeah.
then it makes a difference.
Well, okay, so let's. We're gonna. Which one do we want to talk about? The tower game, because we haven't actually introduced the tower.
Yeah,
game.
we'll bring that up another time.
Okay, so yeah, we'll bring
just
up
to give you
a teaser.
Yeah, man.
BAF Draft came up with its own version of Magic, and it's a lot of fun.
And it can accommodate comfortably, I think, up to 4 people. Once you get past 4, it gets a little weird.
We have no
4.
idea because we've never played. Past 4.
We've gone 4.
We've never played past 4, so it hasn't
No.
been playtested. It's an unplaytested. BAF
3 is
Draft.
like perfect.
3
3 is ideal. So, okay, so I have ordered my pre-order case of Shadows over Innistrad.
Insert the clap sound again.
Yeah, so hopefully people show up and I'm not. Is that like a concern you have when you order cases that you're stuck with product for so
No,
long?
remember that this Shadows of Innistrad is going to be available. It's going to be played the entire block. So after the Shadows is done, it's going to go
Oh,
to
so even
Eldritch
if I have
Moon.
leftovers, I can use that one pack of that with the other two in the new set.
Yeah. So and that's why I buy cases of the first one and boxes of the second one.
Oh, okay. Plus, and I'm not gonna be selling packs right off the rip. I really want it to last a while.
Well, you can sell packs off the rip when you first buy a box or buy a case.
Yeah.
Because you can just buy boxes later.
That's
and
true.
The price on boxes will go down.
Oh, okay.
It'll fluctuate a little bit. It'll like fish a little bit. Because like some places will have ordered too many of them, and they'll just have. Because what'll happen is like, so say Joe Snuffy's shop orders 20 boxes, and then 20 boxes are sitting there on their shelf. Well, that shelf space actually starts costing them money.
Well, yeah.
When other stuff, so they'll put a $10 discount on it.
Okay.
Where other people, they don't have that shelf space, so they're still selling at the same prices. So you can go and find those spring discounts or I call them like shelf space discounts because that's all they really
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to do a little math here. We got $5.68 because that's how much I pay with shipping.
Okay.
Divided. Oh, why did I go minus? Hang on. $5.68 divided by 6. So that's $94.666667 per pack.
So per box.
Per box, yeah.
So you paid $94 per box.
Divided by 36. So that's 2.62 times 3, right? So that's 7.89. Let's just say 7.89. So 10 minus 7.89. So that's $2.11 per player.
Right, generated in price.
That's really good.
Well, and it still is not worth a whole pack.
No, but it's like 0.8 something a pack.
Right. What it still means that every player generates one. Every 2 players generates 1 pack.
Yeah, but basically what it means is
if you can get it for $10 cheaper, it'll drop it, or $20 cheaper.
Basically, what it's going to mean is I'll do the math, like whatever the percentage is of a pack per person. Times however many people are there will be what I have for price support. Whatever's lingering over, left over, I may up or down. I may hold back one, save it for the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and then so what do you excuse me?
Basically, you guys are not paying more than what it costs me.
Right.
To get that's why this $10 you pay, you're getting these packs for way cheaper than what you could normally get them retail. And that's how we get a price support. So that little extra you're paying,
Yeah, but so what you want to look at is that's at $94.
Yeah.
So if you so if you can drop the price down to below $90, like sometimes you can get $89, sometimes you can get $85.
Yeah.
Once you start getting boxes at $85, then you get a whole pack of prize support per player, as opposed to half a pack.
And the other person gets well, yeah.
It's true, every player generate because
then you can get into top 4 people get prize packs or something.
Well, yeah, just depending on how much prize support generated.
So I'm very excited about that coming in. Also, I think we mentioned this last time. Zach Valor's coordinating a pre-release
event.
Yep. And next week I'm gonna talk about this local store that's doing that. 'Cause I ordered some stuff from them as well, and I think he's gonna send us some. That's Jared. I can't remember his last name. Jared. I'm not on the internet, so he's the store owner of Zach and Ryan's local store.
Okay. Yeah.
And
we already we talked about him before.
Yeah.
And he actually joined. He joined the actual store owner. Joined the BAF.
Yeah. And
so
he listens to our podcast and actually comments on it.
Yeah.
But he is sending some bonus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have some cool pack one pick ones that we're gonna put over airs. Hopefully we get some big pulls out of it.
Yeah.
Because that'll be some price support stuff.
Yep.
And then he's also sending us price support stuff. So I don't know, it'll be fun. So we're looking forward to getting that in.
That's cool. Are you gonna probably do a pre-release episode? You're gonna do a special. You think you can do a live pre-release episode?
A live pre-release episode?
A live pre-release episode
for our pre-release?
Yeah.
You know how hard that's gonna be?
I know.
It's gonna be in the USO. It's gonna be so loud.
But you can use those little back rooms and then just look out the little window and just look out the
then
little.
How am I gonna play?
Aww.
Yeah, that's just not gonna work. We will.
A semi-live.
We'll do a semi-live, or we can do a podcast afterwards.
An aftercast? I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah, you're not gonna be there.
I'm gonna actually be in the States.
Oh, okay.
For the pre-release. So
okay. So let's move on to the spoilers. I have my kind of little list of what I like. Matt, I'll let you take the reins on this.
All right, so let's do. I say we go through all the rares and mythics that they've released so far.
Okay.
And then we can pinpoint some commons and uncommons. Because there's a few that are very flavorful that I like a lot. Unfortunately, the link that we have here doesn't have any of the flip side of these cards. So the flip side cards we will have to skip for another episode.
Okay.
Or another time anyway. So I think we'll still have time for another episode.
Yep, probably.
All right. And again, we're going to have a mindset going into this of specifically for draft. And if we have comments outside of draft, like kitchen table magic or just commander or standard or even modern, applications, possibly maybe, then we'll go ahead and mention that as well.
Okay. All right. So let's start with Sorin, Grim Nemesis. His first ability is
it's
a 4
and a white black.
Yeah.
enters the battlefield with 6,
which is pretty
it's
pretty big.
Huge.
Its +1 ability is reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's converted mana cost. Not a big fan of that, but then again, you do get to draw a card.
You're not a fan of card draw?
It's a card draw. It's true. It's card draw with really no downside. Because if it's a land, it goes in your hand. If it's anything else, the opponent takes damage. Yeah, it's actually really good. This card is so expensive to cast, though. That's the only thing. So I'm thinking, but then again, it depends on how slow this format's going to be. So,
well,
for limited,
that +1 right there. That card could be alone and just have that +1.
Yeah,
and that would be a playable card.
Yeah, he has a -X. Keep in mind, he comes in with 6.
Okay.
6. It deals X damage to
creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life.
That's actually really good too.
It's really good.
Yeah, I like this. If it came around, it's a mythic. That'd be a first pick for me.
Yeah, well, let's be clear. I don't think there's any planeswalker that has ever been printed outside of.
That's true. That's true. All the planeswalkers, are going to be first. Now, as far as applications outside of
well, here's the
limited.
One catch.
No, I'm not a big fan.
Here's the catch to Sorin. He does not really protect himself that well, because if the creature because normally a planeswalker to protect itself, it has to put down a creature to block, even if it's just chump block.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you have a creature, hypothetically speaking, that has 6 toughness, he can kill the thing for 6 toughness, but he also loses himself. If the thing has 5 toughness, he kills it and he's left with 1.
I mean, you're talking, this thing's coming out by turn
6.
Yeah, turn 6, maybe
7?
turn 5, probably not.
Not in those colors.
And then, because there's already big stuff out there. Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to first pick it. I mean, it's not one of my favorites in this whole thing, by the way.
Right, no.
So this next one, though, is...
I just don't like his... Okay, so here's what I don't like about the card. Talking about what I don't like. I don't like the way the card looks. It looks like...
gosh.
Hold on. The art looks like some kind of cheap, cheesy CGI mixed with art, mixed with... it just looks like a CGI, Photoshop done piece. It doesn't look like art.
I mean, it's no Goblin Tunneler, but, well...
And Grim Nemesis, Grumpy Pants? What are we, Sarn Grumpy Pants here? Do we really need another Sarn printed?
Yeah, I could care less about the artwork. That's not even a factor to me. Next one is Jace. Unraveler of Secrets 3, blue. This is obviously Jace Planeswalker, not my son.
You sure? It's got a Y in the name.
Yeah. Oh, man. You had me
Did you look, too?
Okay, he comes in. He's a 5 comes in with 5. This is another one of those loyalty counter value things here.
Yep.
So his +1 is scry 1, then draw a card. I think that's good. I like that better than Soren's draw card thing, so... I just do, because then I need a land. Let me scry 1 out. Get a land. No, I don't need a land. I need this.
Remember, also colors are applicable too.
Yeah.
How much card draw? Well, there is quite a bit of card draw in black, but how much card draw is there in white? In the white-black combination, there's not a lot at all, right?
Yeah, so that's a good thing for that.
Yeah.
But still, Jace is awesome.
Oh, man, no, I mean, I'm not taking
anything. And then, because I didn't think so at first, and I started really reading, I'm like, no, that's really good, especially in limited. And -2, return target creature to its owner's hand. Man, for only -2... You can really screw somebody's tempo up with this thing, man.
Well, he can protect himself. That's the key.
Yeah.
Right? So even if they have a giant creature that's about to win the game, Jace can basically land.
Yeah.
He puts it back in their hand, so now it's going to take them... Next turn, they cast it again. The turn after that,
you can go back
attack.
and forth on your abilities with that. Let's say if there was one creature, big creature some guy's doing out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and return him to your hand this turn. Or no, he'll cast everything. Never
No,
mind.
no, no. Next turn he casts it.
Yeah.
The turn after that, he goes to attack, and then you bounce it back to his hand.
Yeah,
on your
true,
turn.
true.
So you can go back and forth, and it only costs you -1 each time.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Jace can actually protect himself, which is the
Yeah.
huge bonus over Soren.
Yeah.
Now, it's not great protection, because there's a lot of enter the battlefield effects, just in general, in Magic.
Now, it's funny. We didn't even bother looking at the negatives on these things. But this one is -8. It wouldn't take that much to get it. You get an emblem whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell that turn. You counter that spell. That's pretty big.
That's win the game. In like a
I mean,
draft
you just
format,
screwed somebody over, man. They gotta have. I mean, it's impossible, man, because they're gonna run out of cards in their hand. And let me cast this. Let me cast this creature. They got to be playing blue or something. Let me cast this creature card so it can be countered, so I can cast this card to draw a card, so I have more spells to play next turn. Because I got to play 2 spells to get something out. It's locked. That's game locked right there.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's just disturbing. And here's the deal: you can do it 3 turns after Jace comes into play. So, so that's why I like it, because that ability isn't so far out of grasp.
That is one of the few times when an ultimate is printed
that's a win condition.
It's a win condition, and it's actually feasible, and the card is scary enough that even its scry draw card gives you. Let's say you scry a land on the bottom, so that's basically counts as a card you didn't draw for next turn, and you get to draw. So it almost draws you 2 cards. Like it's like what 2.2 or 1.25 cards that is drawing you, effectively. I mean, what is the
you're
the
doing all
scry
this
on
weird.
the bottom?
This weird. I got 27 card deck instead of a 40 card deck.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much.
I know. Yeah,
because you
I
have to put the
understand.
lands you don't want to draw on the bottom.
Yeah. I got you.
It seems
And you're
pretty
getting,
gross. Yeah, it seems.
It's
disgusting.
like fetching a land out that you don't necessarily. It helps.
Yep.
All right, next one. So I love this card.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want this card. I want a playset of this just to have permanently. To be honest with you.
Just to have permanently. I highly recommend picking it up. Probably. I wouldn't pick it up right away because I think most of these
Unless
mythics,
you get it out of a pack, I'm not gonna go buying it.
right. I think for buying cards that you want, I think most of the mythics tend to be overpriced a little bit. Then they always tend to drop a little bit, and then if they ever see standard play, they then pick up a lot more. I think Jace is one of the ones that's definitely going to see standard play. B, it's going to see kitchen table play like crazy.
Yeah.
And Commander, it's going to be a staple in Commander because it does what you want to do, scrying, drawing, and it's ultimate in standard.
It's too expensive for Modern. Would you agree?
It's way too expensive for Modern. It's too slow, too expensive, and doesn't do enough.
If I say this, if I get these, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna Puka stock trade this thing. I'm gonna keep one permanently. So
I would recommend almost keeping a playset, like you said.
Yeah,
I think
because it's gonna be around for a while.
Well, not only that it's gonna be around for a while, but it's not gonna go down in value. I don't think. It's. I mean, that minus ability being like you said, it's so relevant, so easy to do, and especially if you had like doubling season, you can just drop it and do it immediately.
I mean,
just
saying, in constructed, that thing is so good.
In Commander,
standard constructed.
that's ridiculous. Because all your opponents now they're first. You're gonna get so much aggro. It's gonna be ridiculous.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Olivia mobilized for war to 1 black red. Not as big fan of this one, mainly just because I love the old Olivia. I was hoping Olivia would come out. Mm-hmm. I was just hoping it was the same one that was out before. So this is a vampire, legendary vampire knight, flying. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. It gains haste until the end of the turn, and it becomes a vampire in addition to its other types.
Please and thank you.
And it's a 3/3. I mean, it's a 3/3 for 3 flying, right off the rip. Good. So yeah, that's a really good card for that alone. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I'm just saying I like the other Olivia a lot, just because it does like really weird stuff. But this is probably a lot quicker, a lot more effective. Mm-hmm. When another creature enters battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, that's really in limited. This is really sick.
It's sick. But it also has huge standard applications.
Yeah. Yep. Especially Return to the Graveyard. From the graveyard effects with black in there, that's actually really
and it's
good.
also because it's just a May, you don't even have to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're just like, whatever, my creature.
That's true. You don't have to. So yeah, the fact that it's a 3/3 flying for 3 is good. I think.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that. So, yeah, it's kudos. So, here's the next one. Planeswalker Nahiri. Is this a new Planeswalker?
This is Nahiri existed. She was in the monocolored decks.
Mm-hmm.
She was the
Oh, that's right. She was the white one.
Yeah, she was the white.
Okay, so she's white and red in this. So it's 2 red and a white.
Mm-hmm.
4 for 4. So these loyalty is just, well, this next one bumps the whole other thing. So it comes in with 4 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
You can +2. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. I'm not a big fan of the discard draw card stuff. In limited as much unless it's like Power Cube.
Yeah, the looting effect.
Yeah.
Now you'll notice it's +2 instead of +1.
Yeah, so that is big. But also, the end ability's a 8. So it's all for the same. You could have made the end ability. Oh no, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, you could have made it 3 more or 2 more, and it'd have been kind of the same. So, -2.
It reaches its end ability 1 turn quicker than either Sorin or Jace did.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. -2. Exile target enchantment. That's Aaron, by the way. -2 is exile target enchantment, target artifact, or tapped creature. I like that.
A tapped artifact or tapped creature.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it gets rid of any.
So basically,
any enchantment.
target any enchantment, any tapped artifact, or any tapped creature.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it doesn't always work, but I do like that. And then let's see what his -8 is. Search your library for an artifact or creature card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next. I did not like that. That is a lot for okay, 4 are limited draft, pack draft
Right.
of this. I don't see that big of a thing.
It's game over.
You think so? Like what in your deck will do? What in your deck that's an artifact or creature card that you're gonna draft with this?
Right.
Wouldn't be game over.
That you put any creature. Let's say you've gotten it to 8.
No, I'm not talking this. I'm talking.
Yeah.
In this format, out of this deck set only.
Any creature that you've spent, you drafted, and then any of your big bombs.
Mm-hmm.
If this thing has gotten to 8, that means your opponent's not playing anything. It means your opponent's not doing anything.
I see.
I mean, your opponent has not gotten anything.
Yeah, that's the final blow then.
And then basically, yeah, you can just you do have to know
That's
your
if
deck.
you get to the -8. I don't think you're hardly ever going to get to that -8. Now, I will say this. I do see this being in the Power Cube next year. Like, for sure. That's going to be fun.
Of course.
So.
What is it, Ulamog, the gyre?
I mean, that's like a mini tooth and nail for 1 turn. You know what I mean? Like, you get to use it one time.
It can get your one-shot robot. It can get the Bladestone Colossus.
Yeah.
Boom, hit him for 11/11 trample effect.
Okay, so the next 2 cards are flip cards, but we're going to... Next 3 cards, we're going to ignore those because we don't know the other side.
Yeah, so again, then we're going to do another episode. We're going to do another spoiler for the...
Okay, so this other one's first mono
Behold
black.
the Beyond.
Sorcery. It's 5 and a black. Discard your hand, search your library for 3 cards, and put those cards in your hand, then shuffle your library. So it's another tutor. Well, it's a weird...
3 cards.
And being that it's a 7 cost, the chances are it's probably one of the only few cards in your hand at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's okay. I don't know if I don't know.
I'm going to say it right here, right now. Unplayably bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, because... it's
draft.
like you're hoping that's in your hand so you can draw 3 cards that... I mean, you can have a blue to give you a draw cards better than that.
Well, not even that.
I mean, you get to pick specific stuff, but
you can just have
know.
any card that's better than that. When are you ever going to have 7 mana?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. So, and that's a mythic, by the way. So next mythic, Gold Knight.
I got this one. I got our guest. Our guest is here specifically for this one. This was spoiled. Chronologically speaking, this was spoiled 24 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
For when we're recording this podcast.
Okay, so this is Gold Knight Castigator.
We're gonna bring in.
Okay, so it's 2.
No, so.
Oh, he's gonna read it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're looking at Gold Knight Castigator. 4 cost, 2, and a red. A 4/9 flying haste. If a source would deal damage to you, it deals double that damage to you instead. If a source would deal damage to Gold Knight Castigator, it deals double that damage to Gold Knight Castigator instead. Now looking at this card right now, a 4 cost 4/9 sounds good off the top, especially given flying and haste. The downside is going to hit you really hard. especially for an aggro player where you're looking to do a damage race to begin with. You basically doubled your opponent's speed in doing a damage race against you. Now on the flip side, you can use it to block any flying, or you can use it to block anything else. And yeah, it'll deal double damage, but at the same time,
it won't deal double damage on the block.
It doesn't deal
only
double
if it
damage.
does it to you.
Double damage to it.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Does it say?
If a source deals damage to
okay.
it can deal double that damage as that.
All right.
Yeah.
So it does both. Yeah, that sucks.
Which it looks like it's really bad, but it wins against anything with power 4 that's attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any power 4 that's attacking or blocking into it, it's actually still going to win because it's got 9 toughness. The downside is, if your opponent's got a wide board and this can't block, you're going to take a lot more hit on it.
I'm not a fan of this at all.
Well, to me, it's like that haste better mean something. I better be hitting for 4, and that better be ending the game if I'm going to play this card.
Yeah.
I'm not I mean, I know it's only a 4 cost. So I try and picture it like this, right? Here's how I'm trying to think of it. It's a 4 cost, 4 doesn't matter, flying and haste. Is that 4 doesn't, is the 4 power flying haste going to win me the game? Then I'd play it. But at that point, wouldn't I just rather be playing like a spell that deals 4 damage to win me the game?
Yeah,
Absolutely. I would much rather have a spell or a regular 4/4 flyer or a 4/4 or 4/5 anything else than this.
Yeah, there's too many downsides. Now, in a limited setup, I might grab that.
I think it's going to backfire too many times.
Well, that's when you cast it.
I think it's going to be one of those cards where my
Yeah,
opponent
that's
plays
true.
this, and I go, excellent, excellent. And then they swing at me for 4, and I'm like, okay, take 30 on the crackback?
All right, next one. Just so we might be able to go into this thing in several sessions. There's so many here to look at. This is Second Harvest. It's 2 green. It's an instant for each token you control. Put a token on the battlefield that's copied that permanent.
Now, this is not to be confused with Second Harvest from the League and Rafi's version of Second Harvest.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember that one, but I love Rafi, so
Yeah.
Rafi's my favorite. I was looking at some other stuff in here. There's a lot of token generation and everything. I guess if you were into the token thing, I mean, to pick this right off the rip, that's a commitment into something. I like the card, but for constructed maybe, for limited, I don't know. Not a big. That's a lot.
The thing I don't like about this card is I don't see a lot of token generation specifically in green. And if you're going to take this card, because it's 2 and a green, this isn't something you can just splash green for. You have to be considering, you have to go into green in order to be considering this card to take it. So green is going to be one of your primary colors. Green is not one that generates a lot of tokens, so you got to go into another color that does generate a lot of tokens in order to get it.
Yeah. Now, if History of Innistrad proves anything, the green-white humans was a thing in draft. The green-white human was a draft thing. And to that extent, it was also tokens, making little 1/1 human tokens were everywhere. Like, you just made a bunch of them. Because it was the idea of the set was that thematically was that the vampires were preying on humans, and the humans were like piles of humans were banding together. So the green and the white were like this militia, if you will, and that's why you can see even in the art it looks like a militia or like a mob, gathering together. Now one of the things they did print in this set to think about is they printed clue tokens. The clue stones. When you investigate, it makes clue tokens. I see you smiling over there.
No, it's just every time I hear clue, it makes you think of the Hartley Boys.
Yeah, which I think we need a whole podcast on how did Wizards make it through a single day of the office without people chuckling to themselves about clue stones. But to my point is that clue stones in this, you pay 2 mana. Sacrifice the clue stone, draw a card. They're going to be everywhere. So Second Harvest is going to get at least 1, 2, or 3 clue stones. So if you have 2 clue stones out, you're getting 2 more. That's 2 draw cards. Pay 2 draw cards. 2 generic draw card. So.
All right, so let's because we could literally spend like a whole other hour.
How much time are we at now?
We're pushing it.
Pushing what, an hour?
We're pushing an hour, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we're gonna be
okay. Then
so here's the deal. I'm gonna pick my favorites.
Okay, you pick your favorites,
and then I'll let you pick yours. Like,
okay.
And one I'm really excited about because I think it might have a modern application, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this.
All right.
Is going to be. Let me find it, because I know it's on this side. It's this little bad boy right here. Declaration in Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I love this card. I'm thinking for my Hate Bears deck. I don't know, like, it could really trigger off a lot of stuff, like an end-all trigger off, just... Okay, so, Declaration in Stone is a 1 and a white. It's a sorcery. Exile target creature and all other creatures its controller controls with the same name as that creature. That player investigates for each non-token creature exiled this way. So, this is a lot. And now, I'm thinking awesome. For limited, this is awesome because all you got to do is have one. You can do it to yourself. You're getting clue stones, right? Or clue artifacts. But, like, say, in my Hate Bears deck, I was thinking modern. You know, it comes in. Let's say I already had 2 Restoration Angels out or something. I pop a Restoration Angel out to pop this, or I don't know. You can do so many triggers, and you're getting the clue stones. And what are the clue stones?
Are you gonna do it to yourself?
Yeah, I would do it to myself, right?
You gonna exile your own creatures?
Well, to do the snap in and snap out, they come back into play, right?
No.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong one. Oh, you know what? Hang on. That's not the one I'm talking about. Hang on. What's Pick the Brain? Oh, that one. I feel like it.
No, keep going down.
Keep going down. Pick the Brain's the one I'm talking about.
Pick the Brain?
Yeah. Hang on.
You talking about Eerie
Interlude. That's the one. 2 and white. Exile any number of target creatures I control, and then return those to the battlefield at the beginning of my next end step.
Yeah.
On my Hate Bears deck, dude, that can trigger off so much nastiness.
Well, the key reason why I like this card.
And it's instant speed.
Exactly.
Because I can do that. I'm into my opponent's turn, pop out my little golem generators and things like that.
You wouldn't want to do that because then if you did it during their end step, then you wouldn't get your cards back until the beginning.
Well, do it after their combat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, dude, are you kidding me?
I mean, I could definitely see it having a place. It's a scary card.
Yeah, I'm considering when that comes in, getting a place out of that. Just to screw around with my Hate Bears deck and see how that works.
Okay.
Just for fun, because that just looks so modern-y.
All right.
To me.
Scroll down real fast.
Okay.
Oh, do you have another card?
That's my favorite one out of this whole set right now, only for modern application, possibly. And I just think it would work cool in here anyways. Dude, imagine instant speed combat, and you have stuff that, for limited, for this draft, that's a good card.
Okay. All right. Scroll down real fast. Probably going to have to pause this video real quick while you pull up this card here.
Okay, so...
There you go, right there. Sinister Concoction, sir.
Where's
Aaron, go on and read Sinister Concoction for our audience.
1 black, enchantment. 1 black, pay 1 life, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. Discard a card, sacrifice, Sinister Concoction, destroy target creature.
So all that... is one thing?
Yeah.
That's a lot, dude.
That is the most cost, I think, has been printed on any card.
To kill one creature?
To destroy target creature.
So you gotta pay a life, you gotta pay a mana,
yeah.
You gotta
put the top
exile
card,
the top card, or put top card, you gotta mill the top card, and you gotta sacrifice.
And discard a card.
And discard a card.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
That thing is awesome.
How is it? Well, it's awesome for reanimates and stuff like that.
It's a flavor because you're making a concoction. So you're putting 5 things into a potion, right, or to this boiling cauldron, and then you mix it around, and then you destroy a creature.
Yeah.
That is the most flavor right there. No,
yeah.
But in all seriousness, I think this, if they make a cheap reanimation spell, this thing's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Delirium's in a thing. Delirium says if you have 4 or more
of
different types.
Different types, yeah.
This turns on Delirium because this is your enchantment. This is your random card off the top. This is your discarding a card. And if you need to, you can, I guess technically...
Startled Awake. Where is that?
Startled Awake.
Hang on, there was some stuff I had. Pick the Brain, Startled Awake. Hang on. Okay, here's one I liked. This reminds me of Psychic Surgery or one of those kind of things. You know what I'm talking about? It's a 2 and a black, and target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile it. If you have 4 or more different types of cards in your graveyard, you also look into their library. What is it? You do the same thing. You exile that card, and you exile all cards. Hang on. Yeah, you search their library, their hand, for the same card.
And their graveyard.
And their graveyard, and you exile them. Like, I really like this. In Constructed, I can see it doing really well.
Did you see the mana cost on it?
It's 3.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You think it's terrible? In Constructed?
Yeah.
If it was 2, it'd be different.
It's still too expensive.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Now, if it was 1, it'd just be bonkers.
It'd be ridiculous. It'd be too powerful.
Okay, so I don't know. I like that one.
So there's no real healthy place.
What do you think of Deadweight?
Deadweight? I love Deadweight.
I love Deadweight too. I didn't know it was a reprint. Okay, it's a 1-cost enchantment for 1 black. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. I mean, that's just awesome.
Now hold on. Now because you're a super hippie, right? Read the flavor text.
The crueler vampires idea of free range farming. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then the other one I had was Startled Awake.
Startled Awake.
Let me see where this is. I don't even remember what these are. I just remember seeing them and going, man, I really, really, really like that. There it is. Okay.
We don't have the flip side.
We don't have the flip side on it. I can't remember what it does. Dang it, it's a flip card. Okay, so let's go real quick to this really weird named card. It's called Triskaidekaphobia. Did I do pretty good on that? It's a really it's a really weird card. It's 3 and a black. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one of these. Each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. Then each player gains 1 life. The next one is the same thing except for each player loses 1 life instead of gains.
Right.
That's just a weird card. I think it's garbage, but it just seemed like it'd be fun. So
I could see
in a red black deck
losing. I could see losing to this card, at least once in draft.
Yeah, if you have a red black with a little burn.
Yeah.
And then you can manipulate. Okay, for your turn. Oh, you're at 12 life, or you're at 15 life, or let's say you're at 16 life. Okay, I'm gonna burn you for 2 or whatever it is.
Right.
So now you're down to what? Or no. Well, dang it. At the end of my turn. No, I'm trying to think how this would work.
Beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep.
Well, no. Here's how I see it working. Right.
Okay.
So you have the card in play, right? And I'm at 13 life, and you're at 15 life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You put the trigger on the stack at the beginning of your upkeep. That at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 13 or more life, you lose the game. Right. You put that trigger on the stack. I burn you for 2 points of damage, and we both lose the game.
Oh man, that's dirty.
That's
that's one of those rare things.
No, that's not gonna be rare. That's gonna happen.
No, but my point is
that's gonna happen more than you losing the game to this card.
My point is that's I mean, what do you call it? What would happen in that instance? You both take that's a draw.
This is a draw. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if that happens one time, cool. Then somebody has to go 2. That's just weird.
It's a draw.
Like, if you do that 1 time out of 3, that automatic draw?
No, I know. It's a draw for that match.
For that match.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because you don't normally see that. I've never seen that.
Right. No, it'd be just like if you go to time and you get a draw in the match.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So then what'll happen if we're in an actual game, so say it's game 1, right? We both get a draw, we just go to game 2. And then game 1 was a draw. So in game 2,
we both lose.
No, we both
It's not really a draw, we both lost.
It's a draw. If players lose at the same time.
Okay, gotcha. So that's just weird, man.
All right. So now we're going to actually talk about good cards?
What are you talking about, good cards? Deadweight's an awesome card.
Prodding Devil or Stoking Devil or something.
Where is
it's right there. Sin Prodder?
Sin Prodder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll read this one. Here.
Yeah, I didn't read that one because it had a lot of words.
I'll read it for you, all right? I'm going to read it for both of you. This one, again, I brought Aaron on as sort of like this is my ode to Aaron, if you will.
So I want to talk about. You're Boros guy, right?
Yeah, he's a Boros guy.
Yeah.
Right. So here we go. Let's talk about this guy here, and it's actually the 2 cards I wanted to talk about are right here on the same line of text too. All right, Sin Prodder, 2 in a red. It's a creature devil. It's a 3/2 with menace. All right, here's some words for you. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. And any opponent may have you put that card into your graveyard. If a player does, Sin Prodder deals damage to that player equal to the card's converted mana cost. Otherwise, put that card into your hand.
Damn, that's like a mini Browbeat mixed into a menace card.
Well, it's amazing because, okay, so I flip a card, and it's a land, right? Well, now you can take 0 damage and I put it in my graveyard. Okay, sure. But I'm going to draw, or I can draw the card, right? You're going to make me put it into my...
Yeah, if it's a land, yeah.
Right. You're going to make me put it in my graveyard. If it's something that deals, like, 3 damage, right? You're going to be like, I don't want to take...
Am I taking 3 damage?
Am I going to take 3 damage?
Now, well, if you pulled a card that could target a creature or player, and it costs 3, and it dealt 3... I'm gonna take 3 damage just directly.
Yeah.
And have you throw it in there so you have no option.
Right.
But either way,
option.
you just it's like Browbeat. Like
Right.
it's like a mini application of Browbeat. Browbeat, by the way, is that you draw 3 cards or an opponent can pay 5 life and you.
But
don't.
the difference between Browbeat and other cards is Browbeat. You getting 3 cards is worth more than 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
The thing with this is, if you draw a card, so I'm just saying, welcome to the fold, and they don't want you to do the effects of that. They have to take 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Or you
it's
get the
awesome.
effects of it.
That right there might be going into my
Red? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna be. I need a playset of those for my red deck now.
That thing is disgusting. Thoughts, Aaron?
Oh, absolutely. I'm taking this card in every game that I see it in draft format, and I would probably build it into a constructed format. 3 cost for a 3/2 is a bit pricey for a creature,
It's a menace.
but you have menace on there, and you get that extra ability in addition to it. Yeah. So every time you come up to draw a card, you have to show it to your opponent.
No. No, it's not anytime you draw a card. It's only at the beginning of your upkeep. This is in addition to your draw step. You get this
before you
and
draw.
you get a draw step.
Even before you draw a card, you're going to show what's on the top of your library, and your opponent is either going to take damage and force you to discard it, or you're going to... You get the card?
Yeah, you get the card. If they take the damage, you get the card. Or no, if they take the damage, you lose the card. So otherwise you get the card.
To the top.
No. Otherwise it goes in your hand. Really? Yeah. The last line of text. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. So if you reveal like a 5-drop and they're like, well, I don't want to take 5 damage, you then put that 5-drop in your hand.
So that just makes this card even more powerful.
Ice maker.
Yeah.
Here's the only thing. I was really thinking about this while you're talking. I don't know if I would put it in my red deck standard because everything I have is such low cost in it.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's free damage.
It's free damage.
Well, I know it's free damage,
or it's a free card.
Yeah.
And in a red deck, in an aggro deck, where your goal is to play out your hand, the fact that you're even filling it up with more cards to continue playing,
that's true.
Just adds more steam
Worst case
to
scenario,
it.
you're just taking stuff that you weren't going to draw anyways and throwing it at them.
Well, worst case scenario is you discard it when you cast a creature and you give it +1/+1 in haste, because you're also playing that Olivia.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, so the other card I want to talk about is Thalia's Lieutenant for 1 and a white. Okay. You see it over there? It's a creature human soldier. It's a 1/1. When Thalia's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each other human you control. So basically it's an anthem effect, a permanent anthem for the creatures. And then whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, buddy.
Man, imagine popping that thing back in and out. Well, no, I mean...
imagine popping that thing in and out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it gets gross.
Flicker it every time.
Yeah.
As much as you can.
Well, I mean, you're gonna lose the value of the counters on him. But if you're playing humans,
you have so many other
yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, even with just this, you can see that there's definitely going to be control cards coming around with the Trisketophobia, which I imagine is fear of the number 13. I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
You guess it is what now? Again?
I guess it is the
Trisketophobia.
Trisketophobia is the fear of the number 13.
Oh, okay.
It's some kind of phobia, and my guess is a fear of the number 13.
That makes sense.
And then the 2 aggro cards, like this set looks like it's got a nice. We already talked about the Jace for control strategies.
Yeah.
This set looks.
I'm going to be fun. I'm excited because the reason why I like this is because you're getting. I love when a set comes out in a new block because you're getting to play all 3. The first 3 packs are all these cards. You know what I mean? You're not having to split it up, so this will be fun. I don't know. I like doing the one set drafts. Of course it'll get old after a while, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, also check out Always Watching for 1 and a white. Non-token creatures you control get +1/+1, and have vigilance. I don't know where you're going.
1 and a white.
It was literally the card
You
on the
actually
bottom.
just passed up.
It was the card on the bottom.
It was a
of
little
it.
higher.
Yeah, go back up. I was reading the card.
Keep going.
When you left the page.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Non-token creatures. It's an enchantment. You control have +1/+. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's-
vigilance stance. But instead of double blocking, they get +1/+1. So.
Yeah.
By the way, fetch lands are going out.
Yep. Fetch lands will be
Now-
rotating out.
Let's talk about these new lands. This will be the last thing we talk about. Then we can bring up some flip cards. Unless you.
So what are we gonna call them? Hand lands?
I don't know. What is there a name for them?
I don't think the community as a whole has.
Okay, so they're doing. There's 5 of them, and these are the what type of colors? Would you
these
call
are
them?
these are the
Let me look here real quick.
these
It
are
is the ally
ally-
colors.
yeah.
Ally colors. So the one,
these are the same ones as the fetches that are leaving.
Yes, correct. Okay, so what these do, they have the red green, the green white, the black red, the blue black, and the white blue. So what these do is when they enter the battlefield, you may reveal a whatever the type it is. Like let's say for instance, Game Trail, which is red and green. So when it enters battlefield, you may reveal a mountain or forest from your hand. If you don't, then this comes in tapped. So basically, this can give you 2 lands. It can come in untapped if you reveal a mountain or a forest. Cool thing is...
2? One or the other.
One or the other. Cool thing is, you have mountains and forests if you're playing this. And you have that other lands, that the battle lands, are of both types.
Right.
Doesn't have to be a basic land, mountain
Right,
or
right.
forest. So I think that kind of works. I think it's obviously it's not better than
Well,
fetch
here's
lands.
the
I think
problem.
it's kind of cool.
They're a non-combo with the battle lands. Because the battle lands want you to have basics before you can play them. These want you to leave the basics in your hand so you can play these.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
So they the battle lands want you to have played 2 basics, then you play the battle land. And these ones want you to keep those basics in your hand and then play this early. So they want you to play these turn 1, turn 2.
Yeah, but I don't mind dropping this turn 1 untapped if I don't need it. But I'll probably reveal something just to make somebody think I have something in my hand. I don't know. It's something different.
What I'm saying is that they don't really combo very well.
No, but I like them because it's a new thing. It's a new thing. Anytime that's new,
True.
I like it. This is new. We haven't seen this before, so I think it's cool. I don't know. I don't see it really working in Modern, but
So can we talk about some failings of the card? Some of the things I hate about the card?
About this card.
About these cards in general?
Okay, go ahead.
They do not
Do
sound
not talk about
like
artwork.
basic
and-
land,
Oh, okay.
right? Port Town does not sound like
Oh
a
my
basic
gosh.
land.
He goes
Port
by-
Town says it should be doing something, right? Port Town, you should tap it to get a gold counter or something, right?
Yeah.
Choked Estuary should be
should
giving
kill
a creature-
something.
Well, should give something a -1/-1 until
I
end
see what
turn.
you're saying.
Foreboding Ruins should investigate, right?
Yeah.
Game Trail, okay, that one works because a Game Trail is an actual
Yeah.
land.
Fortified
type.
Village works.
No, Fortified Village should give all of your creatures Defender and +0/+2.
Okay. Well,
Until end of turn.
I don't really care about names and artwork. And
Oh no, this is
flavor
a total.
text, and I just want to know what it does.
No, remember that they can never reprint these cards. The names of these cards as anything else.
Yeah.
So Fortified Village is the only Fortified Village we're ever gonna get, and it's already sucked up as a hand land.
Yeah.
No.
Now we also have another new set of lands that come in tapped and give you either or of the colors. And these are doing these
enemy
lands
colors.
are the
enemy colors.
what are they called?
Enemy colors.
Enemy colors. And which they do that with every set. There's enemy and
No.
no. Okay. So these are new ones as well. I haven't. These are new. Am I correct?
Yeah. These
Yeah,
are
yeah.
all never.
So basically, they come in tap, give you either or.
Oh, and another thing too, you'll notice that with these ones here, right? They all have flavor text on them. Scroll up.
Only one of these has
Only
flavor
two
text.
have flavor
Two of
text in
them.
the
Okay.
other ones.
Huh, that's just pathetic, man. I can't believe they did that. Oh my gosh. You got these other lands. The flip land we'll talk about, I guess, on the other episode. These
Yep.
other two I'm not really impressed with.
Oh, no, reread Drown Yard Temple.
Okay, Drown Yard Temple. Add 1 colorless to your mana pool.
Right.
Pay 3. Return Drown Yard Temple from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
At what speed?
At instant speed.
Oh my
But
word, that's
when's he ever
insane.
going to go in the graveyard? I don't know.
Did you see how much stuff that said discard a card?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then when you
Yeah.
have 3 extra mana, hey, let me just go ahead.
And then you can,
Since it's going to waste, let me pop this back
if
in.
you have 6 extra mana, you just get 2 extra lands for free. If you have, if
if you have 2 of these, I'm talking for what's the odds of you even getting one of these unlimited, much less two?
People aren't going to want this.
Okay.
People are not going to want this land.
Okay, so it's one of those things people are going to overlook.
I think so.
Warped Landscape. Add one.
Warped Landscape is amazing.
You think so? Add one colorless to your mana pool, pay 2, sacrifice it, search your library for basic land, put it in the battlefield tap. Then it's like
Evolving Wilds that you can actually
that's
use.
expensive.
No, it's an Evolving
Well,
Wilds.
Evolving Wilds you can
for land.
use. That's true. It's a mana fixer. You need it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd much rather. I'll be honest with you. If I was in colors, let's say I'm pack 3, and I have. Ooh, this is a tough one, but like, let's say I needed a certain color, and one of these were in there. That was the one. Then you had that.
Yeah, but you're comparing an uncommon to a common.
Yeah, I'd pick the. Oh, that is a common. For some reason, I thought that was a rare. Okay.
No, that would be a terrible rare.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question for you. This is one I asked on the Facebook. How much damage does a spirit do, or a soul? How much damage does a soul do in Magic the Gathering? What is the damage? What is the damage cost of a soul in?
Is that the name of a card?
No. Just I'm asking a question. Right? If we were to assign a damage value for a soul in Magic, in the Magic community, in the plane of Innistrad, how much damage would it be?
I don't know what you mean. Like a creature?
No. If your soul could do a number of damage, how much would it be?
To
Anything. Just how much damage is your soul worth?
1,000.
2 damage, sir. Scroll down.
Oh my God! Where
Right
is
here.
this?
Explosive apparatus.
Where is this?
All right. Sacrifice explosive apparatus. Explosive apparatus deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Souls are such volatile things. When compressed and loaded into handheld devices, their destructive potential is quite impressive.
Oh my.
You see, it's souls that they've loaded into this thing, and now they're doing 2 points of damage.
Okay. That's weird.
Your soul is worth 2 points of damage.
And this is a smallpox vaccine right here.
It's a clue.
Magnifying glass. That's a smallpox vaccine he's looking at.
It's a clue.
I think he's getting a raging clue from it.
I think somebody has a raising clue outbreak.
Well, that's probably a rash from some clue goo.
Yeah, it's a clue goo rash.
It could be.
It's magnifying glass. It's 3. It's add 1 colorless to your mana pool, and then 4 you can tap and investigate and put a colorless clue token. So the clue token is you sacrifice it and you draw a card. That's just awesome, dude.
Yeah. Now,
I just can't wait.
I mean, I think the cost of that thing is very expensive.
Yeah,
yeah. But check out Tamio's journal.
But
the thing
is for okay. Go ahead.
Shout out to Austin. This is his favorite card. One of his favorite cards.
You
Tamio's
read it because I'm too far away.
Tamio's journal is a 5-cost legendary artifact. So you can only have one of them, which is important. What are you doing?
I was trying to make it bigger than it all blurry.
At the beginning of your upkeep, investigate. Right. So you get your clue token at the beginning of your upkeep. Tap it, sacrifice 3 clue tokens, search your library for a card, and put that card in your hand, shuffle your library. So after every 3 turns, basically, you can just sacrifice those clues to draw a card of any kind. Or you can search your library for a card. Or you can just pay 2 mana. Yeah, that card's pretty gross.
Okay.
It's pretty nice. Now, you were saying about removal, sir. Let's go with Anguished Unmaking.
Where is this?
It's right up there in the first line. It's for 1 and a white black.
Yeah, that one I saw.
Instant.
Yes. I had that as that to me, that's the only, what I've seen so far, the only legit removal out of this set so far that I've seen.
Oh, and by legit removal, you mean?
Like instant speed removal. But now that enchantment and this, those two I like.
Okay, so exile target, non-land permanent, you lose 3 life. All right, and you'll notice that the art is Sorin sadly destroying Avacyn with the flavor text of Sorin had creative Avacyn, so it was cruelty beyond imagining, the pain beyond description that it fell upon him to end her forever.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Moment of silence for as you edit out the sound.
What's the other thing I wanted to talk about that I'm a little the wording of it is odd to me.
Okay.
And this madness, please. Okay, say it. Madness. If you discard this card, discard it into exile. So you exile it instead, right?
Right, so it goes into exile. Floats into exile for a second.
When you do, cast it for its madness cost or put it in your graveyard. So it just seems too good to be true.
Yeah, so if something would make you discard a card, right? It floats over into exile, right? So it basically just sits into exile. And you can choose to pay a blue. So this one is just the wind. right? It's
Uh-huh.
1 in a blue.
Now
Return
I'm seeing-
target
oh,
creature
this
to
is
its
good.
owner's hand, right?
This is good.
If you discard this card, if anything makes you discard, if an effect makes you discard a card, it could be anything. It could be one you put on yourself. One, you know how you have to discard cards
like
for your
that
land
red
size,
haste thing,
or the red hate, the red
or
card.
something that causes you to discard. Yeah,
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Oh man,
So pay a
I can see
madness,
some constructed sickness
madness
with
of
this.
blue, and when you discard this card, it floats into exile for a second, and you can then choose to pay the blue. If you do, you cast it, obviously just like casting, but it's going to be cast from exile, not your hand. Which is why they added that little discard it into exile, because it's not being cast from your hand. It's now being cast from that the zone between your hand and the graveyard.
What I like about this then is because the cost of all madness is significantly less than what the card would be.
As of
normally.
right now. For right now it is. And
So when you have you play a spell that causes you to discard to play that cheaper, you're getting the benefit of this normally negative effect that's now building into a positive effect, and you're able to cast 2 big. I don't know. I see constructed potential like off.
yeah,
the
check out
roof with this.
Avacyn's Inspiration or Avacyn's. It's a newer card they just printed. It's up in the rares.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna play out with that. And I think there's enough cards in here that have that discard and that madness thing. Where in limited, you could actually probably do something with it as well.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be a thing.
It's a bigger impact on that.
Oh yeah, no. In limited, the madness will
It's
take a huge
more
effect
effective,
because
yeah.
they put it on a bunch of cards that are commons.
Which one?
It's Avacyn's Judgment for
Okay.
1 in a red, sorcery speed. All right. Avacyn's Judgment deals 2 damage divided as you choose amongst any number of target creatures and/or players. Okay, so it's a 2-cost deal 2 damage at sorcery speed.
Okay.
Not very good, right? But it also has madness for X and a red. All right, and then the text changes a little bit too. If Avacyn's Judgment's madness cost was paid, it deals X damage divided as you choose amongst any number of players or any number of creatures or players and/or players instead.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so if you have the card in your hand and you have to discard it for 3, it gives you 2 damage to do. If you for 4, it gives you 3 damage to play around with.
And that's what's that one card that you talked about, like that, and now I can see. Let me see if I'm reading this correctly. Does that make this? Where's that one card at? Dang it, we were just seeing it.
The one where you discard a card as a cost?
The one where
Concoction?
at the beginning of your upkeep.
Sinister Concoction?
Crap, I don't know. The one we were just looking at. It was it's the red card. It's 1 red and 2 with menace.
Oh, the Devil.
You reveal the top card.
Yeah.
And if they choose that you discard it.
Yeah, they're never going to choose that you discard a card with madness. Down, stop, go down.
Sin Prodder. That's the one
Sin
that you're looking
Prodder.
for.
Beginning of your upkeep, reveal a top card. Any opponent may have you put that card in your graveyard. That's not considered discarding then.
Yes.
Is it?
No, it's not. Because
Okay.
it never is in your hand.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
you're just revealing the card.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm just trying to think of some combos there. All right, Matt.
No,
can't wait.
combos are Nahiri, the
Yeah.
Planeswalker, where you discard a card, draw a card.
Okay.
Right? Combos are the Olivia, where when you cast a creature, you discard a card, and you.
So I might be delving into black red or something soon.
The black red looks very aggressive,
Yeah.
and the black white also looks.
All right, so I think we're getting to time here.
I think we are getting to time.
Definitely getting to time. So Matt, when are you going to be back? Joining us.
I think I'll be doing, if possible, phone call-ins.
I'm talking for playing Magic.
Oh, for
during
I
the
don't know.
night,
I'm still on
man.
night shift.
Yeah, when are you, and then you're going on leave after that.
Yeah, I'm.
So
well,
we're
I'm
not
leaving-
seeing you till like July or something.
No, I leave in a week.
Oh, okay. You're gonna
Yeah.
be home for the pre-release.
I will be home for the pre-release. I leave in a week.
Well, pre-release. Oh, okay. So you're gonna be just in time for
Yep.
the pre-release.
I will get there. My wife's birthday is on the 1st,
Yeah.
and the pre-release is on the 2nd. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Cool.
all the nice things on the 1st, and then.
So, did I tell you we in South Carolina we have a Comic-Con
Yeah.
up in Greenville area? It's like the South Carolina Comic-Con. It's actually pretty big.
Okay.
So Mark Poole is gonna be there.
Okay.
And Mark Poole, if you don't know, he did Birds of Paradise. He did Ancestral Recall.
I know you have a bromance with Mark Poole.
Okay, no, I just the cards are
No,
cool.
you have a bromance with Mark Poole.
So he did the one of those legend card. He's done a lot of older artwork, and then some newer stuff too. He also did Ancestral Vision as well,
Nice.
which is the Ancestral Recall Suspend card.
Right. Banned in modern.
So he's going to be there for the pre-release weekend of Magic. So everybody's going to be playing their Magic and not in line and getting his autograph.
Oh, okay.
So I mailed a whole bunch of cards home to my wife. What was the one he does too? He does Counterspell.
Okay.
So I got my Gym Mint Counterspell going. I got my revised. I'm doing all revised and older stuff. So I got all of those, and then I went on to Cool Stuff and ordered like $30 worth of his artwork of like legends and things like that, and had them shipped directly to the house. So my wife's gonna show up with like a stack of 30 cards. I'm gonna have her evenly distributed between my son, my daughter, and her, so they're not all like one guy's not putting in 30 things. They're gonna wait in line and get me some Mark Poole autographs. It'll go great in my cube. So
that's awesome.
And that's it, man.
I've got, other than my R&R coming up, I have a new brag alert.
Okay.
Let's go with the brag alert.
Okay.
I have a new grandson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is number 5 for the grandson side.
Man.
I know. Yeah.
And he's only 25.
Yeah, I know. I'm only 25. The grandson was born is only 25. So that's kind of exciting news for home. So we're getting all the pictures going back and forth. So
very cool. And this is whose child?
This is Chris and Elise. This is
and
their
that's
child. The oldest son.
Okay.
The oldest stepson. Yeah.
I don't know him because you haven't mentioned him very much to me, I don't think.
No.
So I know of your daughter.
Yeah. The 2 other daughters and another.
Oh, see, I only thought there was one daughter and one son. So because the one you get the son you play Magic with.
Yeah.
He's like my son's age, I think.
Older.
Older. My son will be 14, the day after pre-release weekend, he'll be 14. So.
Yeah, this one is we go to bars.
Me and Jace don't go to bars, but we cast spells together sometimes.
There you go.
Magic.
Yeah, I mean that's all that matters.
And
so that's the news in my life.
All right.
Hey, Aaron, you got anything?
I do not have any new news right now.
Or are you ever gonna come off of night shift to finally be able to play?
Ever?
Magic? Yeah. So this guy Aaron used to play with us all the time, and then he got sequestered onto night shift, and they just won't let him go.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
It's because he's too BAF, and they basically, they can't choose to lose the one person who actually does work on night shift.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
I bought my tickets for vacation.
Okay.
For August to September.
Hey, you got.
Oh, they're way cheaper now. So, and I gotta look on the calendar. I think I'll be coming into the next set that comes out when I'm there. Okay. It'll be like a month in, right?
Eldritch Moon.
And then also I'll be coming home when the Eternal Masters will have been out for a month or so too, as well, or a couple of months, because that comes out in June, right?
I would be lying if I said an answer.
Yeah, I'm really considering still buying a box of that. Just I don't know. We'll see what's in it. So. I'm
thinking as of right now, did not buy a single box of Modern Masters or either Modern Masters for personal opening.
I bought a box of Modern Masters when I was home by buying a few packs here, a few packs there, a few packs there to equate it to that. But yeah, I'm not so even when it's gonna be hard. But when the Shadows case comes in, I will not open a box.
You gotta put it into a separate pile. You gotta have your personal stuff and then a separate pile of business stuff.
Yeah, so. It's just hard. It's just because I want to open a box because I love cracking packs, like at least one box. It's just what am I gonna do with all those cards?
It's just the sound.
Well, it's that and I set build. I don't know. It worked for me last time, but then again, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so so remember to if you want to be involved in our Facebook group. It's a closed group, so you can go to facebook.com/groups/BAFDraft and click on there to join our group, and we'll be glad to have you on board and get to chat with us and see what we talk about. And we also have...
Yeah, you can follow us on the Twitter alert. Twitter.
Get our
little tweets. It's at @the_BAFDraft. THE_BAFDraft.
Awesome. And stay tuned for our new blog that should be coming up in the next week or two.
Which will probably just stop because not enough people will travel to it.
No, it just gives me a chance to write some articles and stuff. I think more people will read the blog actually than they would listen to the podcast. So, because there's people that just don't do podcasts. So, all right, man. We'll see you next week. You guys have a good week. This is Gary, Aaron, and Matt, and we are tapped out.